But if Burrow hit...
Never won a match in a majors in singles, and she's also had a couple of big wins over a player named Kornikova on big stages like the Italian Open. So the point is this. She's used to the big court. She doesn't mind it. She's a veteran. She's been around almost 10 years. And as Mary pointed out, if Henin-Hardenne is a little off her best, a little tired, then Virginia Ruano-Pascual can sneak in there with an upset.
Okay, well, I like that point. That's what's up from here. Chris, you should mention it. P. Mac will be joining us for the Ferrera match. But for the moment, back to you, Chris and Jim.
Cliff, thank you. The quarterfinals continue when you come back. Henin-Hardenne trying to dig deep. Ruano-Pascual trying to pull the upset. Show you the coverage of that match right inside after this.
The two players that people think have the best chance to beating one or both of the Williams sisters. Otherwise, it will be 4 straight majors with Venus and Serena in the finals.
Embarrassed Kornikova in the second round, and a huge match with Davenport, which she won. But here's a look at Virginia Ruano-Pascual. She'll fire first.
Been around a while, Virginia Ruano-Pascual, ranked 63rd in the world. Again, she's a very fine doubles player, and we saw by that first shot. You know, she knows how to go for her strokes. She's handy up at the net. She'll probably come in about as much as Anna.
She's been ranked as high as 28 in the world. She's lost a couple of sets in the middle of her run through to this round.
In the third round, she beat the German Weingartner, who had taken out Jennifer Capriati right away. So she inherited that section of the draw.
Yeah, imagine how tough Henin-Hardenne's draw would have been to beat Davenport 9-7 in the round of 16 in the third, and then face Capriati to maybe face Venus, to maybe face Serena to win it all.
I don't think I can imagine that, Ted. It's too much.
Wow.
30-15.
That did a lot of damage to Lindsay Davenport. Davenport is used to having more her own way on her second serves, but Justine is really doing this well, and there are lots of opportunities in women's tennis still to attack that second serve. Jim Courier was talking about that at the top of the show.
Justine Anna working with Jim Courier's old fitness coach, Pat Etcheberry down in Florida, and that's why I think she'll probably come back. Sometimes it's not so much the physical side of the problem. It's more mental, more nerves that lead to cramps.
Deuce.
that's nice.
Hardenne looked a little bit slow when she was wrong-footed. One of the things that she's really known for is her speed. She's not that tall. She can change directions well, but she was late getting to that one, and then Virginia Ruano-Pascual seizes the moment with the drop shot.
So Virginia Ruano-Pascual is on the board, and let's visit now with our courtside commentator, Mary Jo Fernandez.
Thanks, Cliff. Well, I talked to Justine's coach, Carlos Rodriguez, before the match to see how she was feeling physically, and he said that physically she's fine. The IVs did the job they were supposed to do, but mentally she's a little flat. They came out here today to practice. She didn't practice yesterday, didn't play the doubles, withdrew from the doubles, but today they came out and practice, was very flat. He says it's been a big letdown emotionally to defeat Davenport. That was a big obstacle for her, and he had her doing drills right before the match in the hallway, doing shadow hitting out there, and made her hit for like half an hour, 1 hour before this match, so she would move her feet and get intense again.
Pretty interesting, isn't it? She didn't even play all day.
Australian Open quarterfinals, number 5C.
Thank you.
And she's serving at 5-2.
Having won the last 5 games in a row, and it's kind of interesting because a lot of those games have been tough and very physical, but she's kind of snuck up and suddenly winning all the important points. Late arriving crowd just holding up this point. Up the line approach shots are so handy, especially when they land right in the corner for a winner. Times now she's approached the net more and more, and it's been a very successful change of strategy, perhaps suggested from the stands by her coach.
2 points from this set. 30-love, 5-2.
Well, Justine didn't like the call, and guess what? She's correct. Just nipped the line. But that is, you can't overrule that.
No.
And you can certainly see why the linesman will call it out.
30-15. Only imagine that she missed that easy volley, because watch Ruano-Pascual out of the corner of her eye, she could see her moving. Still no excuse. That was an easy shot. And now we've got 30 all. Gee, that was a good lob.
That is a sign of a very good doubles player. You know, in doubles you use lobs so much more, and that chip backhand lob was well disguised. Justine would have been still moving forward. She tries to catch up, should have made the shot. She just totally mishit it.
Break point to get one back.
She was up 30-love this game to close out the set. You know, Justine doesn't want to start having hiccups.
Don't you think it has been nerves in this game?
Well, we certainly saw it in the last match, a set and 4-1 up on Davenport. Nerves or confidence, and it's really two different things, because you can actually lose your confidence when you're serving out a set or a match without getting nervous. But when you get nervous in the butterflies, certainly you can miss-hit and hit some lousy shots.
Set point. Set is history. This is for a place in the semi-final to take on Venus Williams. And the first set goes to the Belgian, Justine Henin-Hardenne. Beautiful sky.
15. Let first serve. Pretty routine, but I swear she sort of poked at it, looked a little nervous, and this is what kind of bothers me about Justine still, that she just doesn't grab the end of a routine match like this, strangle the match, and get off the court. She might mature into a better closer, but right now that's one of her big problems.
Oh, that's good. Met that one early enough. That's aggressive and forward enough, and this is a match point.
Let first serve.
there's only one major that Justine has not found herself in the semifinals, and that's the U.S. Open. First time through to the Australian semis, and well earned. Not so much tonight, but the other day against Davenport.
So it's Henin-Hardenne.
Relatively thin in her match yesterday when she went down. About to start here, best of 3 sets. This for a place in the final 4 here down under in Australia. Our first slam of the year. And it's Meghann Shaughnessy to fire first.
Rafael Fontamora, who's been coaching Meghann since she was 13 years of age. And look at this body. She just works out. She loves to train in the gym. She had a back problem midway through last year, so it looks like she's done some good core conditioning since then.
Oh, it's such a different body from, again, just a few years back. She was just a slip of a thing.
Justine is a similar hard worker, off court as well as on court.
And we can see right away that Meghann Shaughnessy is going to center the ball, not make this a running match. And I think that's a very good play. It's hard. It requires a lot of discipline. And you have to maintain your length if you're going to just keep the ball in the middle.
Important for Shaughnessy to get off to a good start here. Serena Williams so dominant over the women's singles game here in the last 12 months. After the Australian last year, you mentioned the injury already. She didn't play here.
That wide serve misses, but that's been a good go-to serve on big points for Shaughnessy in this championship.
And there's an occasion where Shaughnessy did not get the length she needed to go down the middle. That is a great danger against someone like Serena Williams. Early trouble for Meghann Shaughnessy.
First game is over, and a warm welcome to you, everyone, to our yellow birds here in the booth. I'm Cliff Dreiser with Pam Shriver. Pam, what about Serena? I mean, is she destined surely for the history books?
Well, she and her sister are already in the history books, that's for sure. Can she hold all 4 majors at the same time? And we're going to find out in the next couple of matches. Serena's handling the pressure pretty well. She obviously stumbled out of the gates, but so far, since then, she's been really good.
And Mary Corella, her opponent, today, Meghann Shaughnessy, a different player from maybe a year or 2 ago.
I really feel that way. You know, Shaughnessy, again, she did have that sort of sophomore slump. She is a perfectionist. She's a very, very exacting player. Puts so much pressure on herself. If she were a racket, she'd be strung at about 95. But I think of late that she's relaxed a little bit. You know, she's more sure of herself. She's done so much work, and I think that makes her feel very comfortable about her game and her chances.
Serena Williams, Meghann Shaughnessy, this for a place in the final 4 of this year's first slam.
15 love here.
13 love.
That's nice.
That's a shank. That's why she's apologizing. That wrapped around Shaughnessy's frame.
Lands in 30-15, one game and the break to Serena.
Good to see Shaughnessy smile as well. I mean, obviously smiling because it is a winner, but the point is a good smile in a tense match that you've never played before can just help you settle in better.
And she often has such a different facade.
You mean she makes it look, Mary, like it's hard work out there?
She can look pretty grim out there.
Yeah.
And again, she's her own worst critic. It's something her coach Raphael has been trying to get rid of more and more.
Game to Serena Williams, 2 games to love, first set.
Williams leads 2 games to love.
Not the fastest, but I actually think perhaps she does have the best first serve as well. Venus might argue.
Women's quarterfinal action. It's Serena Williams and Meghann Shaughnessy. We're in Melbourne, down under in Rod Laver Arena, Melbourne Park. Cliff Drysdale, Pam Shriver, Mary Carrillo. A warm welcome, everyone. This is for a place in the final 4. Set points here and set to Serena Williams. She wins it easily. 2 breaks, 6-2, set 2, and we come back to Rod Laver Arena.
Celis. This is the way they do it. They make a good opponent like
And 2 more, that's what she will have accomplished.
I got an email from Rick Riley, great writer from Sports Illustrated, just a few days ago. He's writing a story about women in general and Serena specifically. And he was asking me why the Serena Slam, as it were, is not being taken as seriously as the Tiger Slam from a few years back. I don't know how much the classicists of golf consider the Tiger Slam to be authentic or legitimate, but certainly in this game, it means a lot to win all 4 in the same calendar year. I tried to explain that to him. In fact, Martina Navratilova from 83 to 84 won 6 major titles in a row,
Right.
and still did not earn the Grand Slam.
Her name is not mentioned when the Slam comes.
because of this Australian Open.
Yes.
Was played late in the year, and she stumbled at the last hurdle. Sukova. Probably her most painful loss.
Oh,
40 love, so we've got match points here for Serena Williams. You know, golf still, I don't think, yes, he has the Tiger Slam, but it is not the Grand Slam of
it
golf.
just isn't, is it?
No.
Well, I like that Rick Riley is going to give big props to Serena for what she has accomplished, regardless of what happens this weekend.
Like Meghann Shaughnessy being a bit stubborn at the end of this match. You know,
yeah.
so many players would just kind of want to race to the locker room at set 5-1.
She takes herself very seriously, which is a wonderful thing to see. She takes her profession very seriously.
Pride.
Yeah.
Very important on the court. Even when you're getting hammered.
Was pretty good on that subject after he went down in the men's singles. He said, I left 100% out there. That is really important, and I thought he handled himself well. He's very articulate.
Still a match point for Serena Williams.
Late. First serve.
Serena's actually lost 4 points now on the first serve. It was holding at 1 for most of this match.
What's the postscript on that one?
Well, that no matter how tough the opponent and no matter how worthy the competitor, Serena Williams can still make your roof leak.
And for Serena, this is the last slam that she was waiting to get through to the semifinals. There aren't many firsts left for Serena Williams, but this is a first.
Just over an hour, and Serena Williams in the quarterfinal is through to the semifinals. She will take on the winner of the Clijsters Myskina match, which is the next match that you will see alongside us here from Melbourne Park. Henin-Hardenne, Venus Williams, safely there yesterday.
Russian in the world. And as you can see, she took out Chanda Rubin 6-1 in the third to get here.
First point, this is for a place in the final four. My sense is that you both think that there's going to be a serious test here for the number 4, and I'm interested to see as this develops just why.
Well, a couple of matches ago when they played, it was 7-6 in the third to Myskina. That's about 4 months ago in Europe, indoors. And Myskina has, since New Haven last year in August, where she beat Hinga 6-love in the third, she has had such a great record.
Nice drives there from Clijsters. I should say, Pam, it was 2 years ago that Myskina fell out of the top 100 because of the wrist injury, but she had a tremendous 2002. Now she's all the way up to 12.
Love 40.
3 break points early for Clijsters. She loves to play. Last year she played 31 events, Myskina.
A lot of Russians play a lot of tennis.
Led by Mr. Felnikov, I suppose.
Yeah. And Safin. He was chasing money, which is one of the reasons why he's not doing well now, I think. Wow. Could not have had a cleaner start than the one that Kim Clijsters put together.
This game.
Talk so much about serves. Where do you rate Clijsters in the serve department compared to the Williams sisters? I mean, not that they serve the same.
Cliff, I think that Clijsters has got one of the more durable serves on tour. And I'm not saying it's one of the biggest or anything, but boy, it's hard to break her. Because even if she's not serving terribly well, she's there, you know, scrambling around to hold serve. I think she does a nice job, takes care of it well.
Durable. I like that. She's a durable player. I mean, yeah. She's got that, as she calls it, Clijsters body, like her dad's soccer player. She says she doesn't have Anna Kournikova's body. She doesn't care about that. By the way, she's got a set point here.
But she's 4 times as nice.
And she easily holds on. 6-2 first set to Kim Clijsters. Second set will come your way after this break from Rod Laver Arena.
Room cross court, So much more space. Venus was hugging the net.
And now she'll serve for the opening set.
Love.
Tries the lob again. This one wrong. 2 points from the first set. Tough time for that pair of set points.
Well, Venus really showing her experience. She's played the semifinal match at a major so many times the last couple of years. In fact, she's only lost one of her last 8 times out here. She's been showing that off the last 4 or 5 games.
And
there it is. There's the 201K, Mary. First
yeah, but
serve.
It didn't go in.
Didn't go in, but I mean, she went for it. Now it's got to go in.
That is so pretty. I mean,
that is on the baseline, and Venus Williams, as Hardenne leaves it a look, has the first set. Semi-final here in Melbourne.
Oh, look, it's Mr. Joe Millionaire.
Had to beat Ferrero of Spain, ESPN, 2 p.m. tomorrow. Are we headed for an Agassi-Roddick final? Salivate at that prospect. Let's get back to Rod Laver. Venus serving for the match.
We are up here, Cliff. That would be something. Roddick has an X-ray to recover after his 5-hour marathon. The 30-something semi is tonight here, Australian time. Venus now to serve for a spot in her first Australian Open singles final.
Yeah, Venus has had a lot of heartbreaks down here with her losses. We see her niece.
Justice.
The only other time Venus played in this match, the semifinals, she lost 6-1, 6-1 to Hingis.
Missed that one. Not just the match score, but the way she's playing. Mary Pam, is that sending a message for the final?
Again, I love how, again, even in the beginning of this match when Venus wasn't winning, you just knew in your heart that she was in it straight from the start. Misfiring perhaps a little bit, but not enough to, again, knock her off course. I'm very impressed with this performance.
15-30.
Well, there's a double to give Henin-Hardenne a glimmer of hope here, down 2-5.
Glimmer is the operative word.
We saw her come back from a 2-break deficit in the third to Davenport, but Venus Williams is the real deal as far as closers go.
Wow. That was the real deal. 116 miles per hour.
Justine doesn't think so, but guess what, Justine? You've had a couple of bad calls, but not that one. No. See, you lose confidence from earlier calls.
That was more hope. Another big first serve, and Venus Williams with a match point.
Just served the fastest serve of the match. 122.
Deuce.
Went for the second ball ace. Back to deuce.
Advantage Henin-Hardenne.
Well, Henin-Hardenne, with the help of a couple of doubles in this game, does now have a break point. She's still down 2 breaks at this point.
At first serve.
Oh, wow. Way off in that serve game.
Well, maybe the kill won't be quite as quick as we expected. Henin-Hardenne alive and serving at 3-5 now.
About 3 double faults in serving for the match.
Not nerves, just going for a lot, you think?
Oh, heck. Nerves getting to the finals of a major?
Absolutely.
Sure, no matter who you are, how many times you've been there.
But, Chris, I'll just be so surprised if Venus Williams takes on about it. I mean, no one does a better job of brushing away the recent past in a match than Venus Williams. Beautiful.
Just
There's the speed of the 5-5 Belgian.
a big mistake there with the volley and the placement. I mean, the instincts of Venus have really improved up at net, but if this one isn't built for going down the line, I don't know what is. She's over on the left side of the court. Justine Henin's over cross court, and it was just a mistake. You got to punch that one down the line.
Well, Pam Venus likes that shot. She likes the feathery stuff up at the net, and Hardenne is obviously onto it.
But she likes to win points, too, and I'm really surprised at that selection.
You guys always say you can't develop the volleyer's instincts. You're either born with it or you don't get it.
She's developed it pretty nicely. When she started winning Wimbledons, that was a big reason.
That's what Hardenne has needed to do. Take the gun out of her holster. And now she's doing it. It's a pity that there wasn't a little bit more of this. And she wouldn't have gotten herself in this kind of a hole.
Tell you what, though, she's up 30-love here to hold serve, and if she can hold serve, what kind of pressure after that horrendous service game of Venus with the 3 double faults? That will test Mary's scenario of how well Venus bounces back. She can put in a great service game at 5-4.
.30-15. Video.
Seventh double for Henin-Hardenne.
Big incentive for Venus not to have to serve again, so she's desperately trying to break here. Big help there.
2 points from the match.
Not easy to come up with passes at this point in the match. Wasn't a terrific approach shot, but it's amazing how you can get away with those.
It was down the center of the court. Venus had no angle to play. She has closing issues, Henin-Hardenne. And she just has to remember, again, they played last year at Amelia Island, these two. Henin-Hardenne was up a set and 4 love and figured out a way to lose. Now she has a chance to get this even or close to it. A couple of double faults. That's big.
That's long. And now Venus Williams has a point for the final. Misses, and Venus Williams on to the Australian Open singles final for the first time. Mom says give it up. Here we go. We're going to see the pirouette. That has become the Venus dance for Australian Open 2003.
Venus on ice, and I think her mom was gesturing her to come on over for a hug.
And there she goes. Can't quite reach for a hug, but a handshake will be good enough.
Well, this is the last of the 4. The Venus Williams was unable to dent in reaching the finals. The surface has been tough for her. She's had problems with tendonitis. She's missed a couple with injuries. And that smile says it all. She's happy to be there for the first time.
And does not drop a set. And moving on to the final. Will she face Serena, her sister, for the 4th consecutive Grand Slam final? Or can the other Belgian, Clijsters, disrupt the all-Williams sisters final? The second semi is coming up from Melbourne shortly. Certainly adopted her, and while Serena Williams was a couple of points away from a stunner, an end to her slam in the first round against Emily Loire.